How are we doing, Nick? Right then, a little video. How are we doing, alright? Little video on these clips, okay? So, we've got the Derek Moran bender. I make, say, either two or four clips the same size as this. Then I open it one revolution, do another 2 or 4. So when I bend them, they're pretty close together in pairs. Or 4s. Right then. So, halfway between that spike and that spike, right? Then I take it over, something like an 1/8 over, right? Because as you bend it, it pulls back shorter. Okay? Over the top of it, squeeze it nice and tidy. Over the top, okay? So we got something like that. Okay? Then we cut it. Now I like to straighten it first before I go any further. I get 2 pliers. Excuse me, let's get a better set. Just tweak him a bit. This piano wire is quite hard, isn't it? Just tweak him as straight as you can get him. Okay? Now then, the fun bit. Now I mark the pliers up, right, with bits of pencil and tape. It's worn off a bit now, actually. So I put them down to the mark. Hopefully you can see that. Squeeze it together with my 2 fingers. It's quite hard to squeeze together, actually. Right, and just give it a little squeeze together. All I'm doing is making a bigger ground circle, okay? And if you want a smaller circle, you bend it further up, bigger circle, further that way. Right, now then, pliers. Right, exactly the same. Can you see I put a mark on the pliers? Hopefully you can get it. Is that in focus? Hopefully it is. Right then, so I put it on the mark. I decide, as long as I keep them all the same, as far as it can go, it can't go past the curve anymore. Okay? And I'm using that mark. It's not very good focus, is it? Right there, better. There. Hopefully it's better. Alright? I've made myself a little tool here. I had a tidy one somewhere, I blinking lost it. Right, a bit of piano wire. Sorry, a bit of brass tubing. Okay, they'll slip over the piano wire. I've strengthened it with the 2 bits of piano wire to stop it snapping in half, and I bound it. So basically, I can slide it up the tube. Okay, and it gives me a good bit of strength to bend it without doing my fingers in. Okay, do the same the other side. But with the other side, I can use my hand because it's long enough. There's a good bit of purchase on it. Put that in there again. Okay. And then use it to bend it. Put that in the same place. Bend it. Okay. So we're looking a bit like that now. Alright. Then we put back in his pliers a minute. Okay. And I'll squeeze the 2 together a little bit, back and forth, back and forth. So I'm rocking it back and pinching a bit from each side. Alright. Same with the other one. Oh no, I'll just do the ones you can see. Alright. Then there we are. Okay. And hopefully, as you pull the trip together, you got a nice, okay. Do the same the other side. Rocking back and forth a little bit, so I'm straightening a little bit of both of them. Pinch them together, okay. Now I got to cut it back and leave a gap in the centre. Alright. And what you find is the clip is a bit twisted. See? So let's straighten the clip up now, first as last. With I can use this little tool I made. Right, it just makes it easier to see me ripping my fingers apart. Hope you can see it from that. Just give it a little bit. Hope it's too much. All or nothing with me. Okay. So we got like that. We got like that. Okay. Alright. Then we find ourselves a spring. A suitable spring. The springs are 4mm by 0.4. I think the size is 4mm by 0.4 thickness wire. No, sorry, 0.5 thickness wire by 4mm, and then it's 25mm, 30mm, 40mm, however long you want some. Right then, so we'll put the spring in. First one's easy. You might have to twist it, screw it in to help, right? That's the easy part. Now the other part's the hard part, is getting the other one in. Right, he's in, okay? Now then, we've got to straighten him up now, right? And I use a spring. The spring helps to square him. I puts him back in here. And then I squeezes this as tight as I can to stop the spring moving, and I squeeze it back and forth, so I'm taking it into shape a bit. Really pinching hard. Okay. Yeah, okay. And then hopefully it's a case of I try and make one of these smaller, one of the lengths going in smaller than the other one, so then one stays on, it's quite hard to remove, and the other one then you can remove, whether it's to put on the plane, or it stays on the plane and it's to remove to put on the lines. See, I just move it a little bit to come off, and now it's only a little bit off, and I should be able to move it on with my hand now. Yeah, see, now the other one is a bit harder, it's a bit longer, right? Just means it's a bit harder to get off. Okay, so I've made two. There we are, look. Alright, but that's how we do them. Okay, hopefully that video is alright. As I say, a bit of masking tape helps to grip it, and you're actually twisting it. And what you're doing is, when the spring's out of shape and you want to hold it back in shape, hold it nice and tight, and you can twist it in shape a bit and get it nice and round, and just work it, squeeze it hard and work it so the edge is nice and round on both sides, right? Alright, here we are. So hopefully, how's that? Okay.